Good morning, good afternoon, good evening internet, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Economical Rides. Hi there, look where we are today. That's right, this is the road to Níjar. We've just come down the road which took you past the kilns, which featured in my last buddy video where we got lost in that village. So this is the road now to the right, the road to Níjar we're going to take. It's about half an hour long. Unfortunately, going this way is going directly into a headwind. I've had to ride against this wind all the way out here, and it's pretty strong, and yeah, it's very noisy. So what I'm going to do is I'm not actually going to film as I intended. I was going to film the ride to Níjar. What I'm going to do instead is film the ride from Níjar to here, because that way we should have the wind behind us and the audio should be less terrible. So bear with me and I'll join you from Níjar, and we'll ride this road back up the other way. Now, I've never been down this road before, I don't know what to expect, but we'll just ride it and have a look. It looked pretty twisty on the map. Hopefully the surface is going to be good, and yeah, I've got some stuff to talk about anyway on the way back, so join me when I'm in Níjar and setting off on the way back. See you then. Well, here we are in the village of Níjar, and boy, Google Maps didn't lie. That road has got some curves. Unfortunately, it's not going to be my favourite road, because I'd class it as quite a dangerous road. There are plenty of places where it's very narrow, it's very twisty, and there's lots of places without Armco where you could go straight off. I imagine if you unexpectedly met oncoming traffic and you suddenly picked a bike up, you're only going one way, you're going off the edge of the road. So it's a bit of a dicey one, and it wasn't very nice riding it into the wind either, but at least this way we should have the wind behind us most of the way, so that will make things hopefully a little bit easier, a bit more predictable. So yeah, are you ready for some curves? Because you are going to see some curves. Boy, are you going to see some curves. And we'll take it nice and slowly because I don't know the road, and as I say, I'd consider it quite a dangerous road, and if oncoming traffic is on your side of the road, you don't have a lot of space to avoid. So yeah, the wind continues, it's just unabated, it just does not stop. I mean, the weather's lovely apart from the wind, but the wind is just terrible still. There's the coast down there. Yeah, say this is a really quite a spectacular road, but a little bit scary, I'd say. So, things to talk about. Well, I wanted to start off by saying thank you very much to everybody who gave me such supportive comments to my video where I told you all that the Classic was unfortunately leaving the channel. Now, I was quite happy with the decision to sell the Classic, even though I was going to miss it. I was happy for myself because I thought, yeah, but I will get more out of a Himalayan. So for myself, I was happy with the decision, but the thing that really I didn't do very well with was the sense that by selling the Classic I would be upsetting hundreds of people in one fell swoop. And I suppose that's a new thing, you know, that's a YouTuber thing, because it's not a nice feeling to feel like you've upset people. And so that was really the thing I struggled with most of all, was just the thought that maybe I'd upset hundreds of people now by making the right decision for me, but just hurting other people. But through your lovely comments, I kind of got the feeling that actually I've upset less people than I thought I had. So that really helped me to feel better about the whole thing. Like I said, I was happy with the decision to get the Himalayan for myself. That wasn't an issue, but I did feel bad for the fact that I was probably going to upset a few people with that decision. So thank you for making me feel better. I really, really appreciate it. That was lovely. Most unexpected and most wonderful to read. Thank you for all your lovely comments. This first section is fairly fast, it's not too bad, but towards the end, where I started out, it's very tight, very narrow. You'll see for yourselves. Yeah, it's a lot quieter coming back this way, so that was probably a good decision. This bit's quite open until we get a little bit steeper, and then it gets very tight and twisty. The road surface in general is pretty good. It's just not a road that you would ever really want to ride fast, because the margin for error is pretty small. And also, yeah, you could get unlucky with oncoming traffic if you've got a racing driver on your side of the road, like one of those Porsche test drivers. Hopefully they don't know that this road exists. But if you had somebody on your side of the road, you've not really got anywhere to go. It would be very, very likely that you'd go off the edge of the road. And in some places that results in a long drop, as you will soon see. Almeria is where we are. That's what this little range of mountains is called. That's where we're headed, up there. This is the luxury section here. You actually get Armco. And once we get up the top there, it's just a drop. See? Bit of prehistoric Armco here, these stones. I quite like that actually. Prehistoric Armco. So I think now we're into the realms of no Armco at all. Oh no, there's a little bit still to go. Oh, it's much quieter riding this way. Much nicer. Yeah, all the way out here I was basically riding against the wind. But it was a nice ride. Apart from that, it's a perfect temperature really. It's like 25 degrees. So with my mesh jacket on, I'm not sweating at all, but I'm not cold. It's just perfect. So I feel very comfortable, which is probably the first time this year that I've not been too hot or too cold. Just a shame about the wind. But anyway, at least I should have the wind behind me all the way home. So I should get back earlier to give Ruby her sausage, so that's good. There you see, somewhere like this you could quite easily run off the edge, and we've got that German camper van up ahead of us. I suspected we'd catch up to him. Saw him on the way down, coming up the other way, and it looks like we're going to catch him up as well. So from here on in it's pretty much third gear. I don't think we'll get out of third gear, possibly down to second but not up to fourth. This is where it gets tight and twisty. Yeah, you wouldn't want to ride off the edge here, particularly. Set up some solar power there, haven't they? Goodness me, that's a fairly large array of solar panels. It goes all the way over there. Camper van, camper van. I think you're letting us by, are you? I think he is. Thank you, kind sir. That wasn't as disastrous as I thought it was going to be. I thought we'd be stuck behind him all the way back. So are you bored of bends yet? To be honest, I'm starting to long for a straight road. I could be honest. Maybe you can have too many bends. Still, Buddy seems to be enjoying them. Other stuff to talk about. Yes, in other news. Okay, in other news, right. If you've been watching the channel, you'll know that I did get a sticker from Aussie biker dude. Check out his channel, I'll link to it in the video description. He sent me a sticker and I stuck it on my fantabulous fridge door of friendship. Now there's a funny story to that actually. Aussie biker dude said to me, "Okay Gary, your sticker's on the way," but he said there was a bit of a mess up. I posted it and then I thought, hang on a minute, you didn't put a stamp on it. So then I had to go home, make another card, put a sticker in, put a stamp on it this time and send it off to you. Well, as you saw, the sticker with a stamp on it arrived and I stuck it on my fantabulous fridge door of friendship. But amusingly, a couple of weeks later, and only a couple of weeks later because our post lady was on holiday and she apologised, we got 2 weeks worth of post in one day, the one without a stamp arrived. So basically, the postal services have transported this original sticker without a stamp from Australia to Spain to my door for free. So how cool is that? I'll just show you a little bit of footage here so you can see the proof. Right, so check this out. This is the first one to arrive. This is the one with the card and the envelope with a stamp on it. And this is the first one he sent with the card with one of Buddy's mates on it and the envelope devoid of any kind of stamp. Awesome. Thanks Aussie biker dude. Yeah, so how about that then? So what have we learnt from that? Don't buy stamps. They're simply not necessary. So now I have 2 stickers, one on the fridge and one spare. And thank you very much to the postal services of the world for being such good sports. And this looks like we're getting towards the end of the road. I also have other news. If you've been watching the channel since the beginning of the year, you'll know that one of my objectives for this year was to get a second camera. And I can confirm that this week I did get my second camera. I now have a second GoPro Hero 9. I did go for another camera initially, but it didn't work, so I sent it back. Well, it didn't work for me because I had trouble getting the frame rates to match, and also it was going to be a real pain trying to get a colour match to the GoPro footage. So although that camera was a bit cheaper, it didn't really work for me, so I sent it back. But I got a really good price on a GoPro Hero 9 and it did work out a lot more expensive than the camera I sent back, so I thought I'd better snap that up while it's available. So it's perfect now because I've got 2 cameras which are identical. I've got them on identical settings, so I won't have to mess about with colour matching and stuff like that. And also all of the accessories are compatible now, and if one camera should fail, say my main camera should fail, I've got exactly the same camera ready to go in my bag. So I think that's pretty much a perfect setup. And with the second camera I'm hoping to be able to do things like ride-bys and some filming off the bike, because when you film with the camera mounted to your helmet you're never really sure what you've got in frame. So I think it would be nicer to do the filming off the bike with a separate camera. So now I've got that. So I've got all of the stuff that I think I need to make good videos. You know, maybe apart from the talent, but we'll see. But anyway, I've got a bit more creative freedom now because with the 2 cameras I can be creative, try and come up with different things to add to my videos to make them a bit more entertaining to watch. So I'm very happy about that. I don't find this road quite as terrifying with the wind not pushing me about actually, so yeah. But it certainly isn't a road for riding fast, because it would be very easy to go sailing off the edge if you misjudged your speed somewhere. But a pretty spectacular road, I have to admit. If I ever get desperate for some curves, I know where to come. And if you ride this road down and back up, that's probably enough curves to last you for a good few weeks, I would imagine. So now we're coming into the village where we started out, the one whose name I can't pronounce, where the iron ore kilns are. Lucainena de Las Torres is what it's called. You just pull out in front of me, mate, don't worry about it. Quite a swinging little village actually. Right around these annoying, really harsh plastic speed bumps that they love using in Spain. So this is where we started the video, in that junction, and now I'm heading home to Ruby. Ruby will get a sausage, of course, and you'll see that. I hope you liked this video. I hope you had enough curves for one day, and yeah, if you did, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do at least one video a week normally, and you can also hit the notification bell if you're really keen. So thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Bye bye. So Ruby, have you been a good girl? Did you look after the house for Daddy? Here's a sausage. These sausages are from William Taylor. Thank you, William. Sausages. Nice one. Thanks, William.